వెంటాడి అక్కడి ఆర్మీ అక్కడి ఎయిర్ డిఫెన్స్ సిస్టమ్ని డిస్ట్రాయ్ చేసి మరొక విజువల్లో పాకిస్తాన్ సైనికుడిని పట్టుకుంది భారత్. దానికి సంబంధించిన దృశ్యాలు చూస్తున్నాం. మరొక చోట ఎన్నిటి జలంధర్ సంబంధించిన దృశ్యాలు చూస్తున్నాం. మరొక చోట ఇండియాకే ఢిల్లీ దగ్గర ఏ రకంగా అప్రమత్తం చేస్తున్నారు దృశ్యాలు చూస్తున్నాం. మరొక చోట ఎల్ఓసి దగ్గర ఉన్నటువంటి దృశ్యాలు చూస్తున్నాం. మరోవైపు లాహోర్ పై ఇండియా చేస్తున్న అటాక్ సంబంధించిన దృశ్యాలు చూస్తున్నాం. మొత్తం మీద భారత్ పూర్తి స్థాయి ప్రతీకార దాడులకు దిగింది. ఇక పూర్తి స్థాయిలో భారత్ సర్వ సన్నద్ధ
wisdom, strength and grace as he shepherds the church. The United States looks forward to deepening our enduring relationship with the Holy See with the first American pontiff. That is again from Secretary of State Marco Rubio. This morning, Secretary Rubio spoke with Pakistani Prime Minister Sharif and Indian External Affairs Minister Jai Shankar. In both calls, the Secretary emphasized the need for immediate de-escalation and called for an end to the violence. He expressed U.S. support for direct dialogue between India and Pakistan and encouraged continued efforts to improve communications. Today also marks the 80th anniversary of Victory Day for World War II. As President Trump said in his proclamation marking the day, quote, "We celebrate the unmatched might, strength, and power of the American Armed Forces, and we commit to protecting our sacred birthright of liberty against all threats. We offer our unending thanks to every patriot from the greatest generation who left behind his home."
Pakistan attacks సంబంధించి ఇప్పటికే అమెరికా జోక్యం చేసుకుంది. అమెరికా ఒకటి చెప్తుంది, భారత్ పాకిస్తాన్తో మాట్లాడమని చెప్తుంది. పాకిస్తాన్ ప్రధాని షహబాజ్ షరీఫ్తో మాట్లాడారు. అలాగే ఇండియా విదేశాంగ మంత్రి జయశంకర్తో కూడా అటు అమెరికా మాట్లాడడానికి చెప్తుంది. రెండు దేశాల మధ్య ఉద్రిక్తత తగ్గించుకోవాలి, వీలైనంత త్వరగా సమస్యను పరిష్కరించాలంటూ చెప్తున్న పరిష్కారం. ఒకసారి అమెరికా నుంచి ఏం మాట్లాడుతున్నారో మరొకసారి వినే ప్రయత్నించేద్దాం.
As described by President Trump, quote, "The deal includes billions of dollars of increased market access for American exports, especially in agriculture, dramatically increasing increasing access for American beef, ethanol, and virtually all of the products produced by our great farmers." As President Trump also said today, today's deal shows that if you respect America and bring serious proposals to the table, America is open to business, and that there are many more deals to come. Also today, the Ukrainian Rada, their parliament, unanimously voted to ratify the U.S.-Ukraine Reconstruction Investment Fund that we signed last week, a deal shaped by President Trump's unmatched ability to get results on the world stage, the best deal maker in the world. This agreement got 338 votes, well over the 226 needed, demonstrating again that this agreement has been a fully collaborative partnership from start to finish. This is more than policy. It's a partnership that strengthens America, secures long-term gains for both nations, and proves once again that under President Trump, promises made are in fact promises kept. We're proud to see these results, and the world now sees what American leadership looks like. Finally, I would like to take a moment to extend warm wishes for an early Happy Mother's Day. To all those preparing to celebrate this weekend, it is a very special time to honor the love, resilience, and selfless dedication of mothers around the world. We join families everywhere in expressing our deep appreciation for moms and all that they and you do. And with that, we will we'll take your questions. But before, I'm going to give my chiming phones to whomever wants to come right back up here, named Tommy Piggott, is the winner of the phones today. Thank you, sir. All right. Taking your questions here. Yes, please.
Thanks, Tammy. On India and Pakistan, I saw the readouts of the Secretary's calls, but can you give us any more details on any requests or commitments that the Secretary made of either the Pakistanis or the Indians moving forward? And there was also a note expressing condolences about civilians killed in his conversation with the Pakistanis. Should we take this to mean that the U.S. does not have fidelity on India's claims that these were terrorist infrastructures that were struck?
Well, I think that having been listening to those calls, some of them, and being in the process, as all of us were in some fashion or another when this conflict began. It was the real focus of the Secretary of State, who has been the center point leading these conversations and this outreach. And he's made very clear, focusing on two things, that this should not escalate. This has been a key framework. Clearly, this has been an issue for decades, and it's with what we saw over the last few weeks after the terrorist attack. It was not surprising, but very, very disappointing. But it was about certainly that it should not escalate, and communication was fundamentally key, that there should be talks, that there should not be silence, and that America obviously was in the center of this in speaking with a variety of leaders of both countries over the last 2 days.
So has he offered to play a mediation role between
Well,
the two countries?
as you know, I mean, this is in every situation. In this particular case, of course, a very delicate and dangerous situation. But in any case where there's diplomatic conversations between leaders of countries, or really any level where there's negotiations happening, we are not going to be speaking about the details. That is certainly our policy. We think it's important to not put details in the midst of the media, the worldwide media, when the work is being done privately between leaders, and we need to really try to keep it that way.
Sorry, and on the terrorist infrastructure, is there anything you can say? Does the U.S. have they been provided with any intelligence to back up India's claims here?
Well, what I can say here, a few more things, certainly. We continue to urge India and Pakistan to work towards a responsible solution in this, and we've been saying that certainly from the beginning. We also want to say that what matters in this particular instance right now where we're at is that the phone calls happened, that we are remaining engaged with both governments at, again, multiple levels. We, though, will not engage in the nature of discussing what the conversations have been or what we've conveyed. Certainly, there's a lot already on the record when it comes to our reaction to what's been happening here. So there's some discussion that Pakistan wants an independent investigation as to what has happened regarding the terrorist attack. And, of course, what we say to that is we want the perpetrators to be held accountable and are supportive of any efforts to that end. All right, Sean.
Could I correct that as well? Just pursuing Jenny's question.
Yeah.
In the statement on the readout of the Pakistani Prime Minister with Sharif, it says that the Secretary called for the end of any support to terrorist groups. I mean, is it the view of the United States, along with what India says, that Pakistan is supporting terrorist groups?
Well, you know, obviously in today's world, that's a call that we've been making for decades. It is the dynamic that we've seen in the Middle East disrupting lives, and clearly what happened in Kashmir is awful, and we've all, of course, we send our condolences. The world has rejected the nature of that kind of violence overall, of course, and certainly the President has and continues to. But at this moment in time, there's like one thing that has to stop, which is a back and forth and a continuation of this. And that is what we're focused on right now.
When you say stop with the back and forth and the immediate de-escalation,
yes.
Are you saying that India, after taking action, should stop? Is that basically what you're saying? I mean, both sides,
well, the message from the Secretary, and I think from the United States as a whole in general, is that the violence should stop, that the military action, war, as we've seen in that region, and certainly in the Middle East, has clearly, for generations, proven that it is not a solution, because it never ends. There has to be a change in that regard. So obviously, when it comes to solving a problem, this administration has made itself clear that war, the military, more violence is not a solution. Diplomacy is a solution, new ideas to stop generational violence and problems. Andrea.
Can I go to the Middle East then? Is that okay?
Certainly,
okay.
yes.
రైట్, ఇది పాకిస్తాన్ భారత్ దాడులకు సంబంధించి అమెరికా స్పందించింది. ఇరు దేశాల మధ్య సమన్వయం ఉండాలంటూ చెప్తుంది. ఇరు దేశాల మధ్య దాడికి సంబంధించి ఇప్పుడు ఉద్రిక్త పరిస్థితులు నెలకొన్న నేపథ్యంలో ప్రపంచమంతా ఆందోళనగా చూస్తున్న నేపథ్యంలో అమెరికా స్పందించింది. వన్ అండ్ ఓన్లీ ఛానల్ RTV భారత్లోనే తొలిసారిగా అమెరికా స్పందనకు సంబంధించినటువంటి దృశ్యాలు అమెరికా వైపు నుంచి వచ్చినటువంటి రియాక్షన్ని RTV మాత్రమే తొలిసారిగా భారత్లో ప్రసారం చేస్తోంది. భారత్ పాకిస్తాన్ యుద్ధానికి సంబంధించి